I was laid off from my job today.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So kindly like the video because it helps with my algorithm. So in today's video, we'll be talking about a lot of Americans are being laid off from their jobs without warning, without backup. They're just told that your job has been eliminated. So I'll put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back to share my true sense.
I was laid off from my job today. I can't say that I was surprised because we had a few people laid off on yesterday, and I knew in my spirit that it wasn't over. I knew that they weren't done. I was the last person that they laid off. I'm not necessarily crying because, I lost my job, but it's, you build friendships, these people become family, and, it's normal, it's natural to worry about the unknown. And my family's already in a way financially where my husband and I have been doing the best that we can to provide not only their needs but their wants, and God has made that possible. And I know that this has to be a God thing. Even if it's not a good thing right now, it has to be a God thing, because I have nothing else lined up. I have no other prospects. Before yesterday, I wasn't expecting to lose my job. I was making plans for this year concerning my job and my life, and I wasn't expecting to lose my job before yesterday. And I'm like, Lord, I know if my name came up that you have a plan for me and my family. So I don't know what that plan is.
So I just got laid off from Microsoft. This is certainly not like the kind of content I ever intended to post on here. I just made this account for like my Twitch and gaming content, but I figured I'd talk about it because I don't know what else to do right now. I literally just got an email last Wednesday saying my position was to be terminated immediately and I was to stop doing the work that I was doing. And I think the thing that pisses me off the most about this is I moved across the country for this job, right? I moved literally from the east coast of the US to the west coast, a 45-hour drive. I left like friends and family. My wife had to leave a job that she liked and really enjoyed, and I've only worked here for 7 months. It hasn't been a full year yet. That feels like huge business oversight, right? To like say, oh, we need the budget for this person, we have the budget to hire this person, and then 7 months later be like, oh, we can't afford them anymore, it's too much money. And I still get like 2 to 3 months of severance pay, so that's nice at least. And I was told it wasn't performance based, but like I had special clearance access on my team, so I'm the only person that could do like some of the work I was working on. And I was told it was like high priority. I guess nobody can do that work now. There's a deadline coming up in like 2 months, but like how, like there was no reasoning behind it. And even like my boss was fired, and I talked to like my boss's boss. He doesn't have a reason for why I was like there's no reasoning. Nobody knows. It's crazy. And I've only worked here for 7 months. Why the fuck did they hire me in the first place? I mean, I guess I just start looking for other jobs now, and maybe try to continue with the Twitch stuff or whatever, see how that goes. But just kind of like venting a bit, I guess. I don't know, I'm just kind of pissed off that this job made me move across the country and they only kept me around for 7 months. I don't know, it feels a little messed up.
I don't feel weird because it's actually personal, but I got let go last week from my job. I was actually on a leave for my mental health. Actually, I guess the paperwork wasn't filled out. I was waiting on my doctor, whatever. Long story short, they let me go. But let me tell you, the day that my supervisor texted me last week, I just seen his name brought up so much fucking emotions. My stomach started hurting. My anxiety, I felt was hot. It made me realize, like, that job was so toxic. Like, just looking at the name, it made my anxiety go to 10. Like, for the past month, I wasn't feeling, I was good. It's weird now because I am officially, like, a entrepreneur. Like, this is gonna be my main source of income. When I tell you I am scared, but it's in a good scared. I'm anxious, but it's in a good anxious. It's not like a toxic anxious, if that makes sense. Like, yo, you gotta make sales, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's very different than other people bullshit, if that makes sense. So thank you for everyone who has supported. Thank you for everyone who reached out. I'm excited for this next chapter. Let's see.
Okay, y'all, story time for me getting fired. I have to go pick up Michelle from work because we carpooled and I just left. So let's retouch my makeup. I've been crying a little bit. Okay, for backstory, I am a server. I was a server. I was a server at a country club and I did like fine dining, I did events like weddings, and I also did just like normal restaurant serving. And today I went in and got fired. This past week has been sort of just absolutely hellish. I had personal crisis after personal crisis. I'm currently going through a bit of an insomnia and I can't sleep. I've been having nightmares. So I called out of work for the second time. The very first time was really early on when I first started. I have been working here for 5 months for reference. Because of this personal crisis that I was going through, I couldn't go to work. I was really struggling. I wasn't sleeping. Like, I got people to cover my shifts, and I guess they had an issue with the amount of shifts I got covered. I've never called out for an event or something where it would impact the team, me not being there. And of course, every single time you call out, it's going to impact a team. You're a server. But again, that's why you get coverage. I've never left the team except for twice, and they were both morning shifts. Like, y'all, and they told me that they had a meeting and discussed it with each other. And get this, one of my managers who defended me and had my back was told that I was given a warning that if I would continue to call out or continue to give up my shifts, that I would be replaced. I never was given that warning. And I would remember that. I have a bad memory. I would remember being sat down. I have authority issues. Like, I get scared when people like tell me that I'm doing bad. So I'm like, okay, I'll get my shit together. They just fired me after 2 call outs. They knew about my personal crisis. They knew the details. They knew how bad it was. Something I pride myself in is my work ethic. And I've never been fired. Something like this has kind of rattled my soul a little bit, but I also know what I'm worth. I know that I'm having a time, and I'm trying to give myself grace and patience and love the way I would if Michelle went through this, or if one of you went through this and you were commenting and asking for advice. I love you. That's basically the story. No, I was basically just like a cunt to them. When they finished firing me, I was like, okay, can I go now? And I think that's literally all I said. I sort of blacked out. I was just focusing on my breathing. And they were like, yeah, leave your name tag and your card. And I left. Never been fired. Check that off the little... I feel grown, I feel mature, I feel brand new. Hope you guys like this story time. Get prepared for a bunch more Get Ready With Me's with outfits in them. I'm gonna try and get another serving job or maybe a different job entirely. Who fucking knows? Okay, all right.
Bye. Hi everyone, Jordan Wheatley here, the 27-year-old public school teacher running for U.S. Congress here in Texas's 3rd Congressional District. Now let me be honest, I got told yesterday that I was going to lose my second job. For those of you who didn't know, I worked as a public school teacher, but I also have a second job like many of us do. That second job allowed me to have the income I need to survive, the health insurance I need to survive. And unfortunately, it's not just my story, it's the story of so many people across Congressional District 3, across the state of Texas, and across this country. Because we have a system that doesn't reward hard work. No, we have a system that rewards the wealthy and well-connected. When we have a system that a public school teacher can only write off $250 a year for school supplies. Mind you, I had to budget $200 a month just to give my students what they need. While corporations and millionaires and billionaires get to write off their private jets, there's a problem. When we have a system that would rather focus on party politics than delivering results for the people of this country, the people they were elected to represent, we have a problem. And so yeah, I am Jordan Wheatley, a 4th grade public school teacher who's running for U.S. Congress, because I'm ready to bring a voice for the working class and for the average American to the table where we belong. The time of politicians ignoring us and doing what they want is over. It's time for new leadership, a leadership that understands what it's like to live this struggle, not just read about it in the headlines. And I'm not in this race for money, power, or a title. I'm in it for all of us. All of us that have been told we aren't good enough, or told if we work harder that we might succeed. Well, I hate to tell you, we already work hard. Working 2 or 3 jobs in this country and not being able to afford your basic necessities is not a system that works. So it's time for new leadership, and I'm ready to be your fighter, but I can't do it without you all. As I said, I'm a public school teacher. I can't self-fund this campaign like my opponents. So if you want to help us, join us right now. Chip in $3, $5, even $10 if you can. You can go to jordanfortexas.com and you can donate, you can volunteer, you can get involved. Because guys, let's quit being talking points and let's be the turning point that this country, that this district, that this state needs. But first, we need you. So join us, donate to us, help us flip the script at jordanfortexas.com.
I was fired from my last job, not laid off. And people keep telling me that I should be using the word fired more carefully because it means something very differently than being laid off. But I get it. It was really confusing for me too because I just came in one day and was fired even though I was getting all of my tickets done, hitting all my goals. And on top of that, I'm not allowed to say the word, but I did also receive if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And it was all done under the guise of poor performance. So literally anytime I made a mistake, which is inevitable, they would write me up and then the goalpost moved literally every single week. So there was no possible way for me to actually succeed and do everything they wanted me to because they kept changing it. On top of that, I was blatantly set up a few times, like being invited to super last minute meetings and even having information withheld from me and then having those things used against me later. So there wasn't really a whole lot that I could do. My manager and HR were actually working together and had weekly meetings to discuss me. I mean, come on, get a hobby, guys. But at the end of the day, I'm really proud of myself because I held on as long as I could and I can walk away proud knowing I did everything I could to hold on to my job. But I just wasn't meant to be there anymore.
That's a video, guys. So I'm just here also to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. A lot of people in America has been laid off. So let's talk of different industries. In tech, there have been a huge layoffs, like thousands of people have lost jobs from tech. Meta has also laid off 1,000 people, lost jobs from Meta, Walmart, Amazon. A lot of people, like, they don't have jobs at this point. And when we look at these jobs, these people are just invited to different meetings. Like, they're just saying emails, these company, and they told these employees to join, and when they join, they just found HR and they told them their position has been eliminated because they're trying to cut off some budgets, they want to make some profit, and they're just told like your position has been eliminated. And this is the most heartbreaking thing because people don't they're not expecting this to happen, because you can just wake up today and tomorrow your job is gone and all your sense of stability has just gone like that. You know, people depend on this job. You cannot live without this job in this economy in America. Like, the economy is really bad because people don't even have enough money to take care of themselves after like this job has been done, because people live paycheck to paycheck. When they get this paycheck, they know I'm going to pay my next rent, I'm going to buy food from this paycheck, and I'll pay my gas, I'll pay all the things, my debts, all these things they're supposed to pay with one paycheck. Okay, and when this one paycheck is gotten from them, how is this person going to survive? Like, it's really hard. Okay, so I've seen people losing homes. People have come on TikTok crying, saying, I've lost my home, I'm now living in a car because I can't afford it, I can't even pay rent. People say, I can't even pay my mortgage. People making those big decisions, like, they have tried but it's not working out. Okay, and the other thing that I want to tell you is that the job market now is really bad. People have been sending applications, thousands of applications, but people are not getting responses. And if you get an interview, you get rejected after that interview. Or maybe people have been given jobs, but when they are supposed to report, they're told that no, that job was not really correctly advertised. Like, we are not looking for another person for this position. Just imagine, you think that you've gotten a job and you've been told by this company that this job is not existing. Like, don't you sit down before you post a position that there is an empty position which you need people. So how can you be fooling people like that? Like, that's how crazy things are getting. They're getting so worse. Like, we don't know where we're going. This is just 2025 and it's already chaos, guys. It's chaos in the job industry. So I want also to talk about, people have different type of debts. Some are still paying their student loans. Okay, and if you get this check, the paycheck, which they depend on, what are they going to pay? And now people still regret saying, we regret getting these student loans because we were not told the truth. Because how can you be paying all your life, like your school loan, all your life? It's crazy. It's really crazy. So, like, literally, people don't even know how to do. So, my advice is that when you are working for a company, okay, don't be loyal for a company. If you find a good job, like, take that chance. Also learn to network with other people. Network with other people. Don't feel discouraged when they lay you off. Just go and make your resume, update all your resume, update your CVs, update your, and start applying for jobs. Because these jobs, they're not like a job for your family members, which they can't just let go there and then. Okay, they can let go, and most of the people who are being let go are those people who do the hard work the most. Okay, and most also the time are those old people who get high salary from their jobs. So yeah, that's how the job. This is how crazy the job market is at this point. Okay, so we have just to learn to take care of ourselves, and if you can start something like a business where you can run and still make a little bit money for yourself, that will be a plus for you. So yeah, that's the video, guys. I'll see you in my next episode. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.